for this stuff. Okay. So let's walk through the latakoo Fly tool for an upload. You must have the latakoo Fly tool installed on your computer in order to upload with latakoo. You can find that at our website, latakoo.com. So the first thing you'll notice when you open the latakoo Flight app is that you'll see some speed gauges down here at the bottom. We're actually testing your real-time connection from wherever you are to our secure latakoo infrastructure. At the top of the app, you'll see some toggle switches. Unless you are instructed by your IT department to turn these on, go ahead and leave them disabled as you see them here. And then you'll see the upload type. This is where you can change the upload type. We're going to leave it at individual, but you can also upload groups or group stitches with latakoo. To upload a file, you simply drag and drop a file into the app window. It can be any type of file. This might be raw files from your camera card. This could be an edited piece that you've done on your computer. You just simply drag it in. The other way to get files into the app is to click the Add button, and then you can search for the file and pull it in that way. So now that I have a file in my app, I can click on it and see some options related to the upload. And these are important. Let me walk you through them. So the first thing you can do is you can rename the file. So let's just call this test file. We click Save to apply that name to the file. Then we have our quality slider. Now you may see different qualities. These are examples of qualities that many of our clients have. For many of these, Rush, Standard, Studio Quality, you might have Advanced Studio Quality, Visually Lossless. These selections actually will encode the file to an H.264 MP4, regardless of what format you've put into the app. So we're going to change the bit rate of that file in accordance to the settings you see. So each one of these has a different bitrate setting. Everything else about that file, the raster size, HD, frame rate, all of that stays the same, but we are able to manipulate the bitrate of that file in order to suit the time and the bandwidth that you have. So you have that flexibility in this professional tool to change the bit rate of that file. So all the way to the left, as I'm showing you here, Rush is going to be the smallest and the lowest bit rate file. So Rush is a true Rush setting. We don't want you to use that for all of your uploads. This is just an emergency, if you will. Standard, fine for interviews. Studio quality, Advanced Studio Quality, those are better suited for things with lots of action, traffic, sports, that sort of thing. Visually lossless is one of the highest settings. It goes up to 18 megabytes per second. And then, of course, you can always send the original file without any kind of compression at all, and all you have to do is select no compression. That will send the original file and will not touch it. Now you see, as I'm clicking through here, you see this estimated upload time changes. The bird will appear under the time or under the setting that's the fastest way to upload. A lot of times it's going to appear under Rush because, of course, that's the smallest file, right? That doesn't mean that you have to send it that way. It just means that we're giving you information that you can use on deadline when you need to send that file. So if I want to encode the file, visually lossless is the fastest way to send it because of how fast my internet connection is this morning. Now, once I've chosen that, and let's say I'm going to select visually lossless because I want to compress that file, then the last decision I need to make is, where is this file going? And this is the network system that we have in Pilot. These are networks, we call them. They can also be considered folders. And we're going to put that file inside one of these networks. I have Station C's network selected, but I could also select the company share network where I'm going to share this file out to a shared folder or network where other folks can see it and grab it and use it. So I can select multiple networks on this upload where I can send the file once, but it's delivered to two different locations. So once I've selected all that, then I just click Start. And first it's going to process that file. It's going to turn it into the H.264 MP4, and it's going to simultaneously upload it as well. In the meantime, my metadata form has popped up. And again, yours may look different, but this is where you can attach information to the file. You can rename the file, you can add script. Um, this information that you attach here will travel with the file no matter where it goes on latakoo, shared, if it gets copied, if it gets downloaded through a hub ingest, it will carry that information through and give others the opportunity to see the script and use the script. So you can see here, I'm still working on my metadata. My upload has finished. It's already going to the cloud, but I can still save this metadata and it will go and attach separately. We're never going to get in front of that upload. That's the most important thing. Okay, now let's take a look at Pilot. This is latakoo.com. You log in with the same credentials you have in your app. And you can see if you go to your uploads, that will show you all the files that you have uploaded under your login. And here's the file that we just sent, the test file. It went to Station C's network because it's right underneath there. It also went to that company share network. If I can also sort content by going over here and clicking on the network, and it will sort the content by that. I can also search. I can filter networks if I want to. If I want to just see my station's networks, I can just type in my call letters and see it there. I can also search for files in Pilot by just, I can isolate the network as I did up here. I can isolate a example by keyword as well. So it'll bring up anything that has test either in the name or in the associated metadata in the company share network. Now I want to show you how to download files. So let's just say that let's go to all items and let's pick a file. So I also want to show you how to download a file. So you will find the file that you're ready to download, and under this download menu, you'll see a multitude of options, and I want to walk you through those. The very first one downloads the default file through your web browser. Because it says web, you know it's coming down through the browser. So if you select that, it will be downloaded just like any other file that you download from the web. Your browser will ask you where to put it, and you'll select that location. Now, there are times that you don't want to use your browser. Maybe your internet connection is really compromised. Maybe you have a very, very large file that the internet browser is just not going to download effectively. That is when you want to use your latakoo Flight app. And that is going to be the next set of download options. The very first one here that says MP4 file app is going to be your default file. So remember, we compressed this file when we uploaded, so of course it's an MP4. If we had sent it without compression, it might be an MXF, it might be an MOV. It will be whatever is the default upload. Whatever you uploaded, that will be the file that you can get down from latakoo. So let's select this default file, and it's going to come down through the app. I want to show you what that looks like. So I'm going to select it. I'm going to say, yes, I want to open it in the latakoo Flight tool, and there it is. It's going to put it there ready for me to download. But I have to click start in order to start that process. Now, remember, the latakoo Flight tool is a very powerful piece of software that can encode and transcode files. So we can also select that we want that file downloaded, but we can also select it to be transcoded into a different file type. So there's many file types here, as you see, depending on if you need standard def or high definition. And let's say that we want the XDCAM HD50 MXF. That's a very common file type for workflows. If we select that, of course, it's going to put it into the latakoo Flight tool. And when we hit start, it will not only download that MP4 file, it will then convert that file to the XDCAM 50 MXF file type. It will process and transcode that file. Once your downloads are finished, you can simply find where that file has been downloaded by clicking here where it says, click here for the downloaded file. It will open up the folder where that file is located. Now, if you want to set a particular location, you can do that under your options. So right under here, click on options, then the default download folder can be set right here in your app. While you're here, you can also set the default upload quality. Mine is set for visually lossless, and you can set your default upload network. So you might want to set this for your main ingest network. Click OK to apply, and that is how you set up your app for future uploads.